Jungkook was lying on the bed, with his phone in his hand, calling your number again and again, like something inside him refused to stop. The call ended. He stared at the screen for a second and then called again, but this time it failed immediately. His brows frowned as he opened your chat and noticed there was no profile picture, no last scene, nothing at all. He paused. You blocked me? He let out a dry laugh, not out of amusement but disbelief, as he sat up, ran his hand through his hair. Just a few days ago, everything was normal between you two, casual talk, random arguments, small laugh, nothing serious, and he had already made it clear that he was not interested in anything anymore. That was supposed to make things easier, not this. Then why act like this now? He stood up, started pacing around his room, trying to calm himself but failed with every step. At the moment his friend walked in, without knocking, and instant noticed the tension on his face. Why do you look like someone just ruined your entire life? She blocked me. His friend raised an eyebrow. Finally, took her long enough. It's not funny. I didn't say it was. What happened? Nothing. That's the problem. We were fine normally talking, then suddenly this. His finger tightening around his phone as he was trying to hold onto something that had already slipped. You told her you are interested, right? Yeah, then what did you expect? Jungkook didn't answer because it felt like a simple rejection. It felt like something forced, something that didn't match how you used to talk to him. Or maybe your best friend, her brother said something. He did warn her to stay away from me. His friend shrugged slightly. Then there you go. You already know how overprotective he is. Also, didn't you say her rishta is coming tonight? Now it makes sense. What are you talking about? She blocked you because of that. Imagine you call her again and again while she is sitting in the front of the guests. Jungkook looked away, jaw-tightened again. That doesn't mean she blocks me. It still hurt, doesn't it? Because it did hurt. Not because you blocked him, but because you did it without a word. Like he didn't matter enough to even explain. So, what now? Now I'm going to see what's so important tonight. Wait, you are not going to her house, right? But Jungkook was already walked out. Blocked or not, ignored or not, he was not the type to sit quietly and accept it. Something didn't feel right, and he was going to find out the truth himself. Ryan stood in the kitchen holding a tray, staring at it like it was a biggest problem in her life. The house was filled with voice guests already seated, and she felt completely out of the place. Stop overthinking and go. It's just rishta, not punishment. Just feel like one. Your father is waiting. Just go, smile, and come back. One didn't move. I'm not interested in this. Then why did you block Jungkook? Because I had to. Because of your brother? He already warned me to stay away from him. You know, he is. I don't want any problems. So you just blocked him everywhere. It was easier. For you, or because you're scared of your brother? Her father's voice came from the living room. Why and bring the tea? Both of them looked towards the door. Go. If this goes wrong, I'm blaming you. Nothing will go wrong. Ryan stepped into the living room with a tray, forcing a small smile as everyone looked at her. The guests were seated properly, polite smile and soft conversation. Everything was going exactly the way it was supposed to. She walked carefully, placing the cup one by one, trying not to make eye contact with anyone. The boy seated there smiled at her. She gave a small, forced smile back. And then the door opened. Silence. Ryan froze. Junko walked in. Like he had every right to be there. Her heart dropped. Oh, what he's doing here? Jungkook, you didn't tell us you were coming. I was nearby, thought I should come. His eyes moved for a second, straight to one, and then away, like nothing. Then the room felt different now. Wayne stood there, still a tray in her hand, completely shocked. Her father in the corner looked at her like, I told you something will go wrong. Jungkook took a seat like he was a part of the meeting. We were just talking. I can see that. Wayne quickly turned to leave, but her father's voice stopped. Wayne, sit for a moment. Before she could even process, Jungkook, what are you doing here? Jungkook looked up slowly, completely calm, like the question didn't surprise him at all. I came to meet at my house today. I told you to stay away from her. Wayne's grip on the tray tightened. Jungkook didn't react immediately. I'm not here for anything wrong. Before it got worse, their father stood up. What is going on here? Why he's talking like that and why you are reacting like this? Wan's brother took a breath. Dad, I already told her to stay away from him. He is not someone she should be involved with. I think there is a misunderstanding. Chunga, stay composed. I didn't came to interrupt anything. I came because I needed to. Needed to what? Chunga didn't answer immediately. Instead, his gaze moved briefly towards Ryan, just for a second and then away again. That's not something I can explain in the front of everyone. Ryan still standing there with a tray and suddenly felt like she was standing in the middle of something bigger than the rishta meeting. Something she didn't even understand yet. Ryan, tell me clearly what you want. The question made her freeze. All eyes turned her. Before she could even speak, Jungkook suddenly stood up. The movement alone made everyone look at him. Before she could answer that, I want to say something. Jungkook, what are you doing now? I didn't came here to create confusion. I didn't came here to compete with anyone. But I also didn't came here for nothing. I should have said that earlier, but I didn't want it to make things complicated. I like her. Silence hit harder than before. Ryan's eyes widened instantly. Her brother's expressions changed. Did you say? I said I like her. And I'm not saying this because of today. I'm saying this because I have known her long enough to know. She's not with anyone assume she is. Ryan, do you like him too? You nodded. Then why didn't you tell me if there was someone you like? I would never be forced you into this rishta. Appa warned me to stay away from him. I never knew he was interested in you too. Her father looked at his son and sighed. Few hours later, Jungkook, I need to understand something clearly before anything move forward. Jungkook nodded once. You can ask me anything. Why her? Because she doesn't pretend. Everyone around her tried to decide things for her, but she still finds a way to stay away, stay herself. I noticed that. And what exactly are your intentions? I don't want confusion or half decision. If this is serious, then it has to be clear. I don't do think half away. If I want, if I say I want to know her properly, I mean it. Not because of today or pressure. I mean actually understanding her. The maid's expression shifted slightly, but she didn't speak. Her father noticed everything, then looked back a little. And what about respect, responsibility? If this move forward, I need assurance that she won't feel pressured from either side. She won't be pressured by me. If anything, I'll be the one adjusting. That line made the room quiet again. Even Ryan looked up slightly this time. Her father observed him carefully and they finally inhaled.